for me to save patients' lives. That's what simulations are for. And so that day is just as important to me clinically as any day that you're with patients. And there's skills we're going to go through, and we're going to take an opportunity also to get some dysrhythmia. You're going to have some opportunity to look at some strips and work on your dysrhythmias, because this is done right before that test. We do the simulations right before the dysrhythmia test.
And there's no makeup for simulation.
No
Don't
makeup.
be sick that day.
And going back over, you're only allowed one clinical absence with nasty alternative assignments. Not nasty for us, because we just got to put them in your file. Nasty for you, because it's 300 questions.
And you have to score.
Yeah, you have to pass. So the issue is, I don't want you to come when you're on death's bed vomiting all over all of us.
Take his friend, then come.
But I come to clinical sick, and I know I'm not taking care of patients, I'm just taking care of you. But I've come, she's come bilateral knee. I've come with a dislocated within sling for 3 weeks. So the point is, we made
a really good team
we
for
were
that.
there the summer together when we were the
Miss
cripples.
Stewart, do you want me to get you a wheelchair?
Yeah, we look pretty cool. But but the point is, you have to be dedicated, and you're going to know that you that already work know that it's a real strain when someone doesn't come to work, because they don't necessarily fill the spot. You get 3 or 4 patients, and I know that means. But if you're critical care, if you're getting more than 2 patients that are truly critically ill, it is horrendous. When you're getting 5 patients in the ED that have 5 different problems, that's horrendous. So the point is, when you have someone calling in, there's a pretty good chance no one's going to fill the spot. You're going to take an extra 1 or 2 patients.
And I'll throw this in for my clinical group especially.
She's saying that in the microphone.
Yes, I'm saying that into phone. You better know the names of your techs, your housekeeper, and everyone on that floor, because it's an entire team. And if you think you're better than that, you've got some problems.
Mm-hmm. I have helped clean rooms in ICU so we could get another patient into there.
Well, I've done that as an instructor. I've helped clean butts. I mean, we have to help each other. This is important. And
I will call you on it, big time,
We
even
all
after you're
will.
an RN.
I grew up with primary nursing and love it the best. I like to take care of my patient from head to toe all by myself. And because I know everything's going on with my patient, I'm pretty controlling. I know it's probably, you didn't know that, but I like total control of my patient, and I like total control. When I'm talking to the doctor, I want to know everything about my patient. When I have to delegate something to we call them care partners at Vanderbilt. They call them techs, I think, at the medical center. They call them, what do they call them?
We call them angels.
So you're primary care.
You're primary
They're
care.
angels.
Remember that by call.
But many of you've worked as a tech, and so you know that there's some nurses that just say, that's your job, don't bother me with it. But that's not what you should be doing as a nurse. And that's not what we believe that nurses should be doing. And we don't, I know in second semester I did it more than I do now, because we had part days where you had to go off and come back. But I always had them come back, and they were going to be the tech they were going to be with the tech the afternoon when they came back. And they said, we are nursing students. We want to learn how to be a nurse. Well, everything a tech does, a nurse should be able to do. And when they told me, when I had second semester students the first time, and they didn't know how to use some of them that were not techs did not know how to use the blood pressure cuff. Yoo-hoo, I don't want you to take information from what the tech did. You need to be the nurse getting your own vital signs. Because I don't let anybody else get my vital signs. I might have them through the day come and pick up things in between, but if something's going down the drain, I'm coming back in and rechecking vital signs myself. And I always check insulin before, I always check blood glucose before insulin, even though they say, well, they checked it at 7. I don't care. I'm getting ready to give a drug that can kill a patient.
And on that too, and this goes throughout your practice, don't abuse your techs when you have time to do it, because there's going to be times where you have to have your techs to do something. You've got a doctor wanting to give you orders, and you've got a drug that you've got to give, and you're going to have to say, hey, can you take that in there? That's the patient care, and you have to work as a team. It all goes back to QSIN.
Well, I also like to tell, if I'm working as a team with the tech, if I have things I'm worried about, I'm going to specifically tell them, And I love it when they're nursing students, because this allows you to help them to grow with critical thinking. And I'm saying, I need you to check the blood pressure. If it's within this range, this is why I want you to check it for me, or I need you to check urinary output more frequently on this patient. And again, I'm usually in critical care, so there's hourly stuff coming out. So the issue is I need to have that information because I may need to adjust the IV fluid. So I tell them